Hi, good morning, Kath. Thank you very much for coming to us at Demolishing. Indeed, the tip-off we had is absolutely correct and 100% true. I'm currently under the high-tension cables, Gridco's pylons, the 13,000 capacity carrier for Gridco. And this seemed to be a bare land under which people have their shops, their stores, and I can also see what looks like a community shower. I can also see what looks like a community shower for people who trade out here. This site is illegal. It doesn't belong to the people who work or trade here. It does belong to Gridco, and I understand this land also comes under the Legon stool land. The owners of the land take advantage of these people's presence, and they come and collect some kind of land poll or toll from them and allow them to trade here. My information upon arrival here is that every now and then, Gridco will come and serve them notice to relocate in order to allow them to carry out whatever exercise they would like to carry out as far as power distribution is concerned. This has gone on for time, and several notices has been served. I spoke to a member of the district assembly, the Ayawaso West Wogon district assembly, who said they have served notice severally, and indeed some of the people themselves have confirmed that they have received several notices to move from here, or else their property, being shops or kiosks, will be demolished. These notices have come and gone, and in not more than 2 weeks ago, they had the landowners come in and collect money from them, and then a notice was placed around here to say keep off land for blah 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 blah, in which case nobody can be evicted from this land. But they were here this dawn when the district assembly came in with this truck you see in full force and in full action, started breaking down whatever structures they have here. Boskaf, I have seen women proper wailing over what is happening, and men also very agitated, and so the police are also on hand to assure some kind of order and sanity. My understanding is that the traders who trade here have a union, and the union chairman, in an attempt to stop them, has been sent to the East Legon police station. I can also see lots and lots and lots of young men gathering together. In fact, some even tried to stop us from filming, but we have to insist they can't stop us. We have as much right as they have to be here. And if the district assembly doesn't want us here, they would ask us to move on. I'm going to go and speak to an executive member of the union who work here or who trade here, to pick what his thoughts or his views are as far as this exercise is concerned. And I would see what he has to say, and why they ignored whatever notices they've been served until they have come to this day when this exercise has come to them in what seemed to be like an unprepared situation. Good morning, boss.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Please give me your...
Mr. Emmanuel Esiama.
Mr. Emmanuel, I understand you're a member of the executive union, or you're an executive member of the union for traders who work here.
Artisans Association.
East Legon Artisans Association, yes, is the name of the union.
Yes.
What is your being here? What is the legal basis of your being here? Do you have tenancy?
Anyway, we don't have any permit here, but we are working under high tension. So all that we know over here is it's government land. Day in, day out, they've been coming to warn us that we should be living here, we should be parked from here. But it's not the Ayawaso district or whether somebody is behind it or that, it's from government. So whenever they come around, they just come and just warn us that we should reposition ourselves. But they didn't come here exactly to strike us. And this is about 3 or 4 times over we are seeing this one here. So recently they came around to move from here, and we decided, no, if you are moving from here, look for a place for us, because we are 120 masters over here with number of match apprentices. So we are all looking forward, helping children to learn up, to come up with something. Or now everybody knows that the system is sad, but we are also trying to help the young ones coming up. But this is just immediate operation that they have been doing. I was in the house, they called me and I ran to here. And everything over here is being scattered under high tension. Because of some few people, this thing. We went to District Assembly. We went to University of Ghana, Legon. This is their land. So we went there.
So the land belongs to the University of Ghana?
University of Legon land. So we are with the estate development, estate managers, dealing with them, talking to them. They are advising us. So they asked us to live here. We shouldn't move because here is their land. Unless they give us permit to live here. So they came and arranged us with a list.
This is a serious statement to make on the, because if you're saying the university allowed you to stay, this is estate management of the university allowed you to stay.
Come with a proper agreement, though they come and the names of the apprentices. So we have the agreement with them as I'm speaking.
Do you have a copy of this arrangement?
I have a copy.
Are you able to make it available to us?
It's not here because they called me, so I just rushed from the house. I didn't bring anything.
But if we need it at a later time, can you make that?
Forward it to you. I have it. I can forward it to you later. I can snap it on the phone and then just forward it to you.
I'll share my number with you so you share that document with us. We also understand you get to pay some toll. There's some kind of land collection that happens every now and then by the assembly. Do you get receipts for these monies you pay?
They haven't told us anything like that. They haven't spoke to anything like that to us. There's no any agreement in terms of paying or whatever. They haven't come anything like that. But we started making an arrangement with the Legon because the land belongs to them. So we went to the township, the chiefs, and they give us advice that no, the park is what they want to do, the Astrotech. But if the aspect, the Astrotech is not yet in, why do you start people who are feeding their family? It's the place we are feeding our family, and look at the system now. Everybody is suffering for his daily bread.
But do you also not agree with them that working under the high tension is rather a very dangerous thing to do?
Fine, that's nice. It's dangerous for our own safety. It's nice, it's dangerous, but where are we going? We are just managing here, so we put the instructions in order that nobody should work under the high tension. But what they are doing now is, what are they coming to use the place for? It's the same people, the same Ghanaians who are also coming to work over here. The same people, the same Ghanaians. So if you are sacking us from here, then why are you bringing different people from here?
Have you been told who is going to be taking over when you are gone?
We know some people are looking for here to car operators and car dealers, but we are telling them that they should be careful. We are telling them they should be careful.
This is a serious allegation you are making. This is a rather very serious allegation.
We went to the assembly, the chief executive, Ma Sandra, we went there, Ma Lydia, MP for Ayawaso. She's aware of that. We cried to her that you should come and come and save us from certain things. But she still, we are not seeing anything here. So what they are doing, if they are sacking us from here, number of masters, number of people around here, they are sacking us from here.
If you calm down a bit, if you calm down a bit for me, do you not think that these MCE, MP whom you've cried to and nothing has come of it, perhaps will be thinking it is not right and so they would not listen to you?
Yes, what we know is that they came and have meeting with us in terms of election. They came and have meeting with us. They assure us that we will live here. So when the issue started, we went to their office and we went there to speak our problem, what we are going through over here to them. They didn't mind us. The district assembly chief executive said she walked us from his office. Is that how we should? We have a meeting over here with her. She came and told us that the place is for us. So we will be living here. She will be do a fence for us to come and work over here. Now there's an issue. We come to you. She said we should bring people right there. If somebody want to sell a car, somebody want to do something, we should bring the people for them there so that they can even take money or whatever they want from the person.
That's another indictment on the chief executive. They won't be here to speak to this.
They walked me out from the office because I was challenging them. But we don't live the world and behave like that. We don't live well. We are all Ghanaians. I'm not a citizen. People from outside, they are benefiting from it. Why might we as Ghanaians, we are suffering like this? In terms of that, I'm a full MPP member. People over here, NDC member, we are all Ghanaians. It doesn't matter. So is it how they are doing to we our own country? Is it what we are doing? They should hold on.
All right, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will move out to speak to see if I can speak to somebody. Talk to you please calm yourself down and find a good team to dialogue with the landowners as well as the district assembly and see whether you can come to some arrangement and a different place found for you. And so I've just been joined by another man. Please let me quickly pick his thought, and then we will see what we can do. Maza, morning.
Morning, good morning.
Me pacho te saying.
Nyame adumo.
Me pacho uye adwuma habi.
Me pacho me brothers ngwana wa. Me so ha na me ba shop any ade.
Enti eda adwuma na oye no ha.
Okay, me de me ton ade nkakra kra. Ewa.
Nenti adan bubuo ni ni ma e course we anye bia omo anyima sutre bia ansa na ya baso.
Oh, or they say past 3 months ni. Ye da no pa ye ba ye no no mo ye sen go mo the force mo ba be. Endi fitafo ni nyina esole so omo mpre e na ye no omo twen ya no omo koye ba ye nim so be 3 months ni a obi ama ye de eja hanom ye tena anye ne endi ye nim say ye adwuma na ye na
masa ma ye nyina ye wa na kwa we mi say na dwene nye anhwe a ode abegu yen so me da say
in the past 3 months ni omo ba ha so omo ba betu ye and you omo ba no e na ye omo no omo ye no omo struggle ya no omo san koye say mo pam ye hin ye nkonko didi and ye sa no omo san koye and ye anadwo we de obi anim say omo san ba ha no ma no pa we obi an ho no ma wonim say omo
masa say asama wo kan uni nyina so obi a
me wonya so omo de start wo dan ho da omo de start wo dan madam any people ko yes I start wo dan ho
one na dey start
madam
muni so
first one no first ho opomo fita fo furo no de ka sakase begu ho
ya magdan na ya sa de no wo start wo dan ho ya magdan na ya magdan ono wo ya sa de we nyina ase ono wo start yo na watu ngrofo sa wo hwe dan ho no ma ha no omo ba no ye ho doso ndi no omo sure no omo kwa ndi obi anim se omo ba na adwo ye omo asan ba ye sa no sisi a kwan ye ba fa so a ye bedidi de age se nyame nko a
enti aba ne sa no eden na mo na mutuo
se eni ana mo be betuo eni pan mu bia na de ba kwa mia ne se se ba to ba MP for timi nante ba ha bet ye keke asem kire mu a omo mfa ho MC no so eta kire bi MC no eta kire bi
these let me quickly send a word of disclaimer. If you are watching us, we're coming to you live from the Demolishing high tension, where a lot of artisans have their shops and stores under the high tension. A number of accusations have been leveled against the MCE, the MP, and some individuals in society. Unfortunately, GBC cannot verify that, and therefore we make no claim whatsoever. It is the views of those who are affected, and these views are what they hold, and do not represent the views of GBC in any way, shape, or form. As I speak to them, you realize the agitations are getting even louder and louder. In much the same way, so also is the demolition exercise ongoing. I'll spin around and speak to one other person, and perhaps we would call it a day out here just before I go. Let me speak to this woman. Manya, money.
Wow. Omo komi wo oni bibi e bi
o fine ale no eje aka nya aka baba fe no kuta moneke
amaka wo e pe mi e bi ene e won se bo ye ne month bia wo chuo sika aka ya Legon isane no kwa
nya chuo sika na aka
wo chuo sika
ni sika aka te aka receipt ba
no ni isane aka te aka receipt e ko me ba shi isane no wo kete ameka wo me kanyo ogbo ameka wo jin ba ha wo ni to aka wo pio isane no kwa to 1 week ne wo meni wo ogba efe wo fe wo 2 million agagba e bi na target wo 2 million akete e wo ngmene pone ta chukwa ga mi won fra ta ga chukwa nke 5 million aba ngmene koni ame ha mi e ko koni ma won ni eje me e wo sika nke ba ni ba magade be ni ba na no
e wo ne bale ne ke mi ji no nya ba he nyeshika alo be eshan
Come make a bow, moon, no, just come make a bow by. Sit down, go make a bow. I'm back a cook.
Inyami yo how much my bank if you make no ya no na bu e yo twi wa ade nche me no no twon ya bi
Financial madam ni ho gari ni ho ni bi ko make gbeje
ale no ye jin ani abo atwa anya da finko awo nya tue no po ake no kutamoneke
dabi o fa ne dabi mi enu go nugo
ni moko hu na shimpo ni ba ka nya ke no na baba fi
o fa ne dabi
ne bale neke ni agbene hu nya wo to ni ake receipt alo da say liku ba me ni no nya ba fi
o fa ne mi mo le no ma wie kura don e ja ke o he olo nda ni o ge chuon ni wo ne bala neke o le bi ni o ba fi
nya he alo ni nya ke twon
o fa ne o he olo
ni be mi ni nya he alo ani nyake meni hanya lo na ya awie ni amemme fiu ame hanya kenye bon ni chumo dan nya wo alo be ni ba nyake be san nya nyomo
bia ne obe ko eja ke ni mi wie bia ne ye ni bi eje ni san ma ho dan de bala ne ken wo bia ne ale no ma afe mfe no le no ma fe le no ma fe wo makpa government fai ake komi ha ojo komi ha on qualify ekweme awo jago be ko ni obaya ekweme awo.
Thank you very much. All right, and so Boskaf, basically those who spoke to me both in the Ga and in the Chi dialect seem to be speaking to one common thing. They're not just ordinarily resident here. I am using these words very carefully. They are not just ordinarily resident here. There seem to be some kind of informal arrangements are made for their being here. And so the first lady who spoke to me, who sells fried rice under the high tension, explained that they all contributed 200 Ghana cedis. She mentioned that in the old denomination or the old currency, which is 2 million cedis each. And for herself in particular, she was asked to pay 500 cedis. And after which a notice or some kind of arrangement will be sent to her to secure her place where she does her business. Unfortunately, that didn't come to light. I asked her whether or not these payments come with some receipts, and she said some previous payments have been received, or they've received some kind of receipts for those previous payments. But the most recent one they did came with no receipts, and it is this same recent one which came with a follow-up to say pay 5 million instead of 2 million and for where you are. As I speak to you, the demolition exercise is still ongoing, and some of the men who work here are also following closely behind the bulldozer and trying to salvage whatever they can. This man is so impatient. There is electricity connection there, and there is also many burst pipes. These men who are also salvaging whatever could easily get electrocuted because I see there's power in the electricity as it hangs on. If it is at all possible, can this, at this point, be slowed down, not to stop, but to slow down thank you very much. I've just been told that in view of the exercise, the electricity has been disconnected. And so then that moving in there is safe. They can go on. But then the man driving is impatient. And so if he can't see them, chances of him lumping something on them is really very high. It would be great if these young men could be a bit patient and wait till this whole exercise is over, and then they can salvage whatever. What they are doing seemed to me to be an attempt to salvage scrap metals and the rest of them, because these plywoods are, useless. They can't be used for anything at this point. This is the situation so far out here at the Demolishing High Tension, where the Ayawaso West Legon District Assembly is carrying out a demolition exercise.
Daro Alantego,
coming back to you in the studio, Boskaf.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Keep an eye at the back of your head open for that caterpillar driver, man, because he seems to be he has a mission of his own. Be safe, all right? So that's some demolition going on. That will give you that in subsequent news bulletins right here on GTV and GBC News. You are watching GTV Breakfast. My name is Kafui Day. You just heard Daryl Alantego, our man on the ground, giving us a report on the demolition exercise. In studio, I have Dr. Eric Odro Osai. He's the Director General of the Internal Audit Agency. And seated next to him is Mr. Yao Anochi Frimpong, a lawyer and a historian. And we'll be looking at the headlines in the news. We will be getting to your messages, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about Sri Lanka and why we should be keeping an eye on that as far as our economic situation is concerned. Here comes Thelma, who is about to read your messages on 055-556-1034. Thelma.
Yes, Cap. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Doc, and Mr. Rich people. Here are your thoughts and not the thoughts of GBC. First message says, on our security and insecurity and security awareness, let the local now.
I need to just
don't have timeline
dive over, and then we'll come back to you, Thelma. All right. So, Mr. Frimpong, we were talking about Franklin Kujo says, hey, and he is the founder of Imani Africa. Says, if you are in charge of an economy failing, you need to be keeping a close eye on what's happening in Sri Lanka, because it looks like they say coming events cast their shadows. Is that scaremongering, or really we should be looking at what's happening in Sri Lanka, where the economy has totally collapsed and they just can't buy anything, really?
Well, I believe it's real, because everybody in this country knows that this economy has collapsed. In fact, we don't have an economy. And what do we have? We only have politics, not an economy. We have a political system where we can point at a president, we point to the legislature, the judiciary. When it comes to the economy, that makes, as Pakwesi Ndum always say, the sikashawu kotokum. That one, we don't have it. We don't have it.
Maybe we have the money, but it's not enough.
If you have money and it is not enough for you to buy food, to buy something to wear, and even where to put your head, then it means that you do not have money. We are not talking about having money to be able to buy a car and be able to buy 100 suits. No, we are talking about very basic necessities, and they are not existent in the country. And we are saying that there is this Ghanaian proverb that when you come across...
Can I just break in? Because we need to go back to Bawaleshi, because there seems to be a developed story with Alan right now. And he really wants us to capture that going on right now. So can we just dive back to Bawaleshi with Alan? I just got a message from him. Apparently there's a fight with the police at Bawaleshi right now. And Alan just sent us a message on that. So there seems to be some kind of some altercation going on at that scene of the demolition. And as soon as we get the pictures of that altercation, we shall get back to you pretty shortly. This is GTV Breakfast. Yeah, you were talking about the economy.
Yes, and I was saying that when you see your neighbor's beard on fire, you quickly get near water, because anything can happen to you too. You know, when the government sees that there is such a thing taking place in Sri Lanka, and not long ago, a similar thing occurred in Burkina Faso. And last week, the British Prime Minister was booted out of office, all because of something we all know. First of all, our president, from Nkrumah to Nana Akufo-Addo, has been the only one that has been singled out as making members of his close family part of the government, and has never listened to anybody.
President Kufuor had his brother as defense minister.
Yes, a very decent brother, and he alone manning Ministry of Defense, and we all know the edifice he left there as a legacy for himself and to everybody. It is different from when people mention certain names close to Akufo-Addo. Very different, and nobody denies that. Then number two, this is the president that has been singled out, that in the midst of the wars that people are going through, he hires private jets, very luxurious ones, and then enjoy himself, and has not come out to deny.
Be flying in the air,
yes,
and then we'll go to Alan and we'll come back. So you hold your thought there, all right? Mr. Frimpong. Alan, hi, talk to us. What's going on? I heard there's some fight, Beshi for some place.
you're with us, I am currently getting swamped. I'm currently getting swamped, and obviously these are young men who are agitated. Not too long ago, they had a scuffle with the police. A few of them have been taken away. These ones left here. Please don't take the microphone away from me. Please, calm yourself down.
Quite angry with what's going on at the demolition at the high tension. Somebody, I think, grabbed Alan's microphone. So
if you see my camera move, it is because of what is currently ongoing. I am very, calm yourself down. If you calm down, if you calm yourself down, I'll speak to you. If you calm yourself down, I'll speak to you. No. Yeah.
Alan, make you talk pidgin with them. May they hear you well. He can't be speaking Queen's English when you're speaking pidgin, man.
Calm yourself down. You see, calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. And so I am moving away from the camera to protect the camera. These young men seem very agitated. Right now, Afe munya botre na mune menkasa. Munya botre na mune menkasa. Munya botre. Masa si abotre. You want to talk, and if you are like this, how am I able to speak to you?
We are ready to die for our country. We are ready to
die. Nti saw gidigidi ameda any wakasa. Masa me pacho.
All right, so while Alan is trying to just calm things down there, of course, tensions will be quite high. The demolition is not something you expect on a Tuesday morning like this, right after a holiday. But the authorities have moved in to clear some structures at the Bawaleshi high tension area in the Ayawaso West Legon area in the Greater Accra region. And Alan is trying to calm down some very agitated young men who will tell us exactly why they are so flustered. Alan, please take it away. Let's hear what they have to say.
Somebody died. So if you want to
Thank you very much, Kaf. This man is a unit committee member. He's giving us some kind of background to what engagement has ensued before this day. And so I'm going to go back to him and get him to continue from where he where you joined us. Please, could you start for us where you started from? Okay. Unit committee member.
Yeah, I'm a unit committee member in the electoral year, Okpongwe electoral area. My name is Theophilus. This place, about last year, they came around with the MCE to destroy the place and claim the place. And the excuse they give that they want to build Astrotech over here. And we said this is the only park, the Astrotech. We know that they said McDan who want to build the Astrotech. But we know that if they build, they always protect it and we don't get access to the place. And this is a community park. If there's a funeral, football and everything, so they can take a community park and build that without this. So let's sit down. Then they claim, you can see from day one, they started claiming all the roadside, giving to the car dealers to be selling cars over here. And my boss, you know, in this country, artisans are something the government said that they are proud of them. Now you want to, you now come that they throw the Astrotech, you want to sack all the artisans, over 5,000 artisans over here. You want to sack them. So since last year we disagree. Then Legon came in also that this place belonged to them. So the engagement went on, they went off. Just we wake up this midnight, they came midnight with land guards, policemen, and in the midnight, before we wake up, they started putting the people away. They started destroying the trees. And now they claim that it's a Greco. But my boy, if you look at our left side here, these places are not part of the high tension. Yes. But look, they are destroying the place into this one side. They said they are taking all these places out. If this you are claiming now is not the assembly that is doing the thing, so it's a Greco. Places that like this place who are not part of the high tension, you are destroying them in the name of just to take the food from the artisan their mouth.
Right. You see, I earlier spoke to one of your union members, and I asked whether appreciate the danger you put yourself into when you trade under the high tension. By law, you are supposed to be at least 50 meters away from the high tension. It appears you're just next to the high tension. Don't you think this is also the reason why they're moving you on?
Sir, I disagree, because the reason why I disagree...
Well, you may disagree, but your safety is at stake.
We know, but the people are not living here, but they came and work and they go. They are working here over 40-something years. That they are working here, they work and they go. This is their working place, because there's no any place they work. And even that's what they are doing, when they destroy, you can see back on Okonglo, they destroy the people and they say that it's a Greco, and they'll give it to car dealers. And the car dealers also will come and stay there and work at the same time. So when they are sacking the people, they give it back to their people to sell a car.
Boss, you are a unit committee member. Yes. To what extent have you taken this particular view where your artisans are moved on and car dealers are brought in? Have you made any applications or farmers' applications on this?
Yes, we have done so many applications. We have engaged the district assembly several times at a meeting. The last meeting we went, me, myself, I put it before them and I told them that what you are doing is wrong. Even if it is money, you are giving it to car dealers, then let's be taxing. The assembly wants money, and we have over 5,000 people here. Let's be taxing the people and give them every month, and the assembly generate money more than the car dealers. But let me tell you in authority, if the reason
could you please tell me this? Not too long ago, your young men engaged the police in some kind of scuffle. What broke that up, and why did the police take the man away?
No, that right now, the man have not, somebody, you see, when they are destroying the thing, they are picking the people, their property, their car, things. And you see that somebody who is towing the car, picking that one and the towing car. And he went to hold the man, that, why are you doing that? Then one of the land guard get another, why is he stopping the man? He said, he take the car spare parts. That is what happened.
So it wasn't a fight with the police, it was a fight between a trader. All right, okay. All right, thanks for clearing the air.
Tell you something.